Welcome to Twisted Liquid RC Boats. This episode of Twisted Liquid RC Boats is proudly brought to you by Slycat Racing. For all your RC boat needs, slycatracing.com. Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Twisted Liquid RC Boats. In the continuation in our Zippkits A-Box Crackerbox build. Got a tune on for you while I start today's episode, guys. It's called Working On It by Chris Ria. Just took a trip to the post office. We're going to do a little bit of mail call today before we get into any work again. This was the last box of stuff I was waiting for in order to get this project and have the rest of the stuff here for the next project we're going to do on the channel here in the house. And this is what I call part of working on it. Because where I live to, you can't get anything here. Everything got to be ordered in, and everything's got to come in the mail. So we're going to pull out this here. And we're going to look at 4 pieces of brass tubing from K&S Supply. One 12-inch length, 11/32, and 3 lengths, 5/16 in size, 36 inches long. Stuffing tubes. One for this boat, one for the next boat we're going to build. And if I get in the mood, I think I'm going to build one after that too. Next, we got a 36-inch piece of aluminum tubing, 5/8 in size. Perfect for exhaust extension out the tail of a hydroplane boat if you build one. There's a hint for you, if ever I heard one. And the last item in this box that I wanted to see was another HS755 HB large-scale servo. The last piece of electronics that I need for the next boat we're going to build here. So guys, second episode with mail call involved. We got a lot of parts in the mail today that we need to finish the work we got to do. And to do more work here in the future. Today, guys, I'm going to concentrate on getting the deck on the boat. We're going to do it the same as what we've done the sides and the bottoms. We're going to use a 2 epoxy mix. We're going to get straight up epoxy on our surface areas in the first coat. Second coat, we're going to come in and add a little colloidal silica to our mix. We're going to get the epoxy to sit on top of the wood in the second coat. Then we're going to attach this top to the boat. We're going to weight it. We're going to clamp it. We're going to get it lined up perfectly, and we're going to let it cure. Now this is the biggest piece of wood that we've put on this boat yet. And it's got a little bit of flex in it when you install it, because you're curving it up the shape of the boat. But with the weight I got here, with the clamps I got here, I'm not expecting any headaches at all in doing this procedure. I'm going to prep the inside edge with a little additional sanding, where the top does touch the chimes on the boat and on the transom. That way it's going to promote my adhesion with my epoxy. Got my cups out, CC mix. Got my G-Flex out. Got my colloidal silica out. I'm ready to get to work. So guys, I guess like the song is saying, best thing we can do here now is get to work. What do you think? What? Get to work and finish this boat? I think I'm motivated enough to get to work today and finish this boat. So having said that, let's prep our deck surfaces with some pre-sanding so we got good adhesion with our epoxy. And let's get the top deck on our boat today. Okay guys, we're going to get straight to work today in this episode. I've got a batch of West Systems G-Flex mixed up here right now. It's straight up epoxy. No colloidal silica. I'm going to hit all of my surface areas with a good coat of it. I'm going to try and do it in a timely manner. Once I got the first coat on there, and I know that it's soaking into any exposed wood, but there's not a lot of that right now because of all the sealing work we've done with the boat. I'm going to mix up another coat right away. I'm going to add a little colloidal silica to the second one. And when I get a colloidal silica in with it, I'll apply it to all the surface areas the same as I'm doing right now. And we're going to get that deck on this boat today. We're going to get it adhered to the boat. I got a plan on how to weigh it down and clamp it to hold it. I put a couple small pencil marks on the transom and bulkhead 4 that I can line up the center of the deck with, just as a place that I know I can get it right back in position like I had it before. As you do when you're doing the sides and the bottoms on your boat, like I say, try and work in a relatively quick manner here now. They suggest we weight it, tape it, get it in place. I'm going to do some clamping also while I'm at it. I've kind of worked out a way I can do this now and get it to sit on the boat really well. I've had it on and off twice, just test fitting it to make sure I can get it where I want it. Get a good coat down the keel, guys. I'm kind of doing all the inside framing first, then I'm going to do the chines last. Just the way I figure it is probably best to approach it. And like I say, some of this is not going to soak in like if it was bare wood, but you should get a coating on it anyways. And Pale Horse, I appreciate your comment. Appreciate you watching the channel. It's not going to take 43 more. Promise you that. And it's just part of doing it. Takes time. Okay. Along the chines, guys, I'm just going in with a really nice thick coat. I'm not going to hold back here. I'm going to be pretty liberal about it. Now guys, all these areas you see that I'm applying epoxy to here now on the top, I did scuff them all over with 40 grit paper on my sanding block before I done any of this work. Like I've said so many times, it's just to promote a little extra adhesion. It does not hurt in any way. Epoxy will always want to stick to a roughened surface easier than what it will a smooth surface. So my suggestion is scuff everything that you're going to epoxy here now before you do this work and this application. It's only going to take you a few extra minutes. You'll have it done. And you should have good success at getting your deck on your boat. And guys, I stir this G-Flex for about 2 minutes before I apply it. Not only am I timing the work I'm doing here, but as I start mixing it, as soon as I put the stir stick in, I look at the clock in the room and I time it out. I actually time how long I stir it. I've said before, doing sheeting work here, you get extra working time with this G-Flex. It's a great product. I'm comparing it to Bob Smith Industries 30-minute slow cure, which is also a great product. But you do get additional working time before this epoxy sets up as compared to the Bob Smith Industries. And I find that great for when you're doing bigger, larger parts like this. It gives you extra time to get that coating on it. Use up what you do mix up. And coating this well is not going to hurt because this is the first time you've really put any epoxy to this wood while you were working with it. I never done any sealing here. So what I'm doing now There's a double step here, really. It's acting as sealing these chines on the top surface before I put that deck on. And it's giving me the bonding I want to hold the deck and adhere it to the boat. So I'm telling you to use a liberal coat here. I'm not telling you to go totally nuts, but I'm telling you to use a liberal coating of epoxy around this outside edge. Now guys, I'm going to use a fresh cup, I'm going to use a fresh brush, I'm going to jump off camera, I'm going to mix up another coat, we're going to get it on, and then we're going to position the top deck on the boat. Okay guys, I got a second batch of West Systems mixed up here. I just added a little bit of colloidal silica to it to kind of get it to a creamy consistency. Like I've told you guys doing work here before on large sheeting, colloidal silica is going to let the epoxy sit on top of the wood, which is what you want here. I don't mind if a little bit squeezes out when I get all this put together. I got the patience to sand it off, remove it, it's not a big deal. But right now, I'm getting a really good second coat around all these areas, so that when the deck does go down on it, it's definitely sitting on top of a couple coats of epoxy. It'll bond it, it'll attach it once it cures. And we just got to get this second coat on now. Get it clamped, get it positioned, and do this. We'll finish doing our rigging work, and we will finish doing some other things we got to get done with this boat, because we're getting down there in steps now. I got to walk you guys through putting the hardware on the transom. I got to walk you guys through setting all your drive line up in the boat, your stuffing box, your stuffing tube. Once I show you that, we're going to get this boat put back together for probably one last time soon. We're going to take it to water and have some fun with it. And as I showed you in mail call when we started the episode, we got the tubes we needed to finish the drive line in the boat. So I want to get this deck on. I want to get it done. And guys, I got another kit here that I've always wanted to build. I'll give you guys a hint. Some of you already know out there what it is. That's fine. I don't mind that. But it's a shovel nose hydroplane. The next boat we build here on the channel is going to be a shovel nose. I've got all the hardware bought. My goal is I don't want to start that build without all the parts here to do it. I find one of the things that holds me up where I live to is I have to order everything to get it. Because of that, it takes time to do some of these boat builds for me, just in affording it and getting the parts where I live to. You can't buy what I need to do this where I live locally. Very little parts. I might get a few electronics parts for the boat at my local hobby shop, but that's about it. So I have to get everything ordered in for me to build a boat with. And it takes time to get the parts from different distributors and different suppliers. And the affordability of it all too, as all you guys know. Because this hobby costs money. I am fortunate to get semi-sponsored with some of the things I do here on the channel. But I feel my presentation towards the radio control boat hobby on the channel has led me to those sponsors. And I'm lucky. I'm very fortunate. My effort in this hobby is starting to pay off for me, which I have no complaints with. And even the next boat that we're going to build here on the channel. Before I announced the company involved or anything, when they found out I was willing to do a build here on Twisted Liquid of that boat and document it, they were willing to donate some parts to the project. So when you've got companies who are aware of who you are and are willing to deal with you, I guess you're fortunate, aren't you? And I count my lucky stars for these people. They help me in this hobby, and I greatly appreciate their help. It's not something that I don't take gratitude towards, and that's for sure. I haven't said that to you guys. I hope you notice that this second coat of epoxy is sitting on top of the wood a lot more in certain places. And like I told you, I didn't put a lot of colloidal silica in it. I just got it to where it's a creamy consistency. I try not to use too much of it because it is mixing in with your epoxy. You want your epoxy to be strong. And colloidal silica is taking some of that out of it, but adding it to it, but it's good for certain places because it lets epoxy adhere well to the tops of surfaces. It makes it sit on top of it. And that gives you the coatings you want to do the adhesion you want. So it's very advisable, like I've told you guys, in certain circumstances. I'm just using a brand that's called Moss Colloidal Silica. I bought it at a local fiberglass supply warehouse. But this was before I became attached to my local West Systems dealer, which I didn't know I had. And I've just found them here locally. The first West Systems that I ordered to work with, I ordered it from the mainland to my home province. And if I'd only known that all the stuff I needed to be doing this was less than 3 kilometers away from my house, I'd have been happy. But it's funny. Sometimes the things you want the most and you think are the farthest away are probably the things that are the closest to you. It's quite funny actually to me, but and now that I've got to know the local West Systems dealer, I'm very impressed with their service. They've gave me some advice in using the product. Some of the guys who work there have used it a lot. They're not using it so much in model boats. They've made the comment to me that the people they're selling the product to are using it in real boats. Now guys, we're getting a really good coating on this. I can see it going down the chine, so I'm going to use up every little bit that's in this cup. Like I told you, I am not excessively worried about a good coating on these chines to hold this down to. In my opinion, to do this job here now that we are doing, this is what you need. You need to get a good coating of epoxy on this wood. It is a situation again where you are told to do 1 in the manual, but I am going ahead and doing 2 just for a little added security. Okay guys, due to simple editing reasons and the length of putting the deck on the boat, the time it took, I'm separating this episode into 2 parts. You just watched part 1, all the epoxy work. Now we're going to do part 2 in the next couple minutes, and we're going to watch getting the deck on the boat, letting it cure, and unclamping it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Feel free to like and subscribe. Take care and stay safe.